Everyone who will be rewatching this stream, this video, let me say right away, before the stream, I set a goal for myself. Either a 4 plus result or earning $300 would be great for us. That's the first thing. Second, don't rush. Be careful. If the market turns out to be completely unbearable and trading becomes difficult, we stop trading. The video is already available. The stream is live. Copying the link, sending it to our Telegram channel. Subscribe to our Telegram channel. Over there on my channel, I always make sure to post regular updates about the exact start times for all of our upcoming live streams. Today, we are going to be trading together using our specialized bot. The process involves requesting a specific currency pair and then carefully copying the signal provided by the bot, but we are going to make sure we do it very wisely and strategically. I am currently waiting for everyone to arrive, so please come and join in right now. I am truly glad to see every single one of you here. A very warm welcome to this live stream. That is everything for the introduction, so let's get started with the trading session. Currency pair. First one, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Click on start. Currency pair, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Time frame, M1, 1 minute. Currency pair, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Open it on your end. Time frame, 1 minute. So can you hear me? Open it at your place. Let's sit in silence and chat. Alexandra, hello. Igor Zakharov, hello. Petrov, hello. Anatoly, hello. Alexandra, good evening. Hey there, Bear. Hello. Zakhar, you have a question. If there is no news, that's good. This is very good. Signal up, guys. 3 minutes up. Currency pair. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. 3 minutes up. Opened. Katya, boss. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. 3 minutes up. But the news that was today will have an impact on the whole day. There was a lot of news about the euro, and there was strong news about the euro. See? News about the euro and the dollar affects all currency pairs, including those with the dollar. See how much there was? A lot, an incredible amount. So even if there is no news right now, the news that did come out has shaken up the market. Let's follow our algorithm together. What do we do first? Currency pair, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, 3 minutes, opened for an increase, 3 minutes up. First, we go to the bot and select our asset. We get a screenshot, and from the screenshot, we can see two signals for an upward movement. The future movement of the chart is showing upward. That's the first signal to go up. And in percentage terms, there's a 72% chance out of 100 that the chart will go up. In this case, we have two signals for an upward movement. What do we have here? Before entering, I always check what's happening on the broker. First minimum, second minimum, third minimum, fourth minimum. In principle, I have a rule of 4 touches. In principle, with this breakout happening now, what we should have done, here I made a mistake, I rushed a bit. Since the breakout is happening, we could have waited for this downward movement and only then entered upward. Well, let's keep monitoring. The breakout is happening from the first strong horizontal level. Here it is, this level, 1, 2. We expect an upward movement. I don't like trading in the evening. You get tired after a whole day, so I tried not to do live streams in the evening. But let's see how it goes now. By popular demand, many guys work during the day, so we have a live stream in the morning at 10 a.m. Moscow time and in the evening. A lot of people asked, so I thought, well, if you're asking, let's give it a try and do our best. How many wins have we taken? Sarek, we just started trading. Oleg, hello. Igor, hello. Hello to everyone, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who joined with a like. Let's do some trading. We'll do analysis with full explanations, with a complete breakdown. Here we copy the forecast that our bot gives in Telegram. We copy them, go to the broker, and see whether it's worth entering based on this forecast or not. The goal is to get 4 wins or $300 and to chat with you, answer your questions. Kirill, good evening. How are you? For me, it's actually better to work in the evening. See, it's different for everyone. The main thing is to find your favorite time for work, for trading sessions. For some, it's in the morning, for others at lunch, for others in the evening. I'm recording a loss, and instead of $100, I'm using insurance of 2.5, that's $250, and I'm changing the currency pair. We're changing the currency pair. Let's see what we have with the other pairs. If you have a currency pair in mind, please write it in the chat. I'd be glad to work with your currency pair to see your thinking, what you're considering. Dollar, Swiss franc. I haven't seen anything from you yet. Dollar, Swiss franc. I click on start. Dollar, Swiss franc. Time frame M1. I will take out insurance on another currency pair. Currency pair, dollar, Swiss franc, USDC, Hayev. Alexandra, yes, me too. Also, Zakar, you entered so low that you took the profit there. Hello, everyone. Stanislav here. Hello, dollar, Swiss franc. Let's open it. What do we have here? We have a conflicting signal here. The future movement of the chart shows a decline, but the percentage ratio is 53% for an increase. When our bot shows two signals, one down and one up, we try not to open those signals. The main thing for us is that both signals are in unison, either only for an increase or only for a decrease. Let's take a look at AUD-CHF, the currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. I was looking at it, so let's click Start on the bot. Currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Time frame M1. Currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Time frame M1. I'm waiting for the bot's forecast. Let's see what the bot tells us here, what kind of forecast it will give. As for me, I would have opened a down position here. Let's see. The bot is showing an upward movement, that there will be a move up. Well, if only up. I'm just trying to understand why up, since it hasn't reached the upper level and there's a slight prolonged correction. But there is a support level. First test, second test, third test, fourth touch. I'm waiting for a breakout. I'm doubtful here, so I won't enter. Let's try another currency pair. If you have doubts, if something feels off, it's better to skip it. I click start, and on our bot we request the currency pair and the forecast. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Please open it on your end. Hello to all the newcomers. Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. I'm AB. We copy the forecast from the bot, and before entering we look at the chart together. Here you see there's a downward movement, then upward. The percentage ratio is 50-50, so it's better to request the forecast a bit later, and the bot will give a more accurate suggestion. Right now we're just seeing some changes. Euro Swiss franc, still searching for a currency pair. Euro Swiss franc M1 time frame. So when we get a forecast from the bot, we go to the chart and check whether it's worth entering according to the forecast or not. Why is it worth entering, for example? Because we see that a level will be broken or there will be movement along the trend. Now let's pick a currency pair and I'll try to explain it in simple terms. Look, there's a small upward movement and then it goes down, a downward movement. So we'll have a slight upward move. Let's mark the resistance level like this. Supposedly, it will reach this horizontal level on the chart and then there will be a drop. Here I would open a position for a decline because the price touched the level. We can just wait for a little more upward movement, just a small one, just a bit more. Here the upward movement is happening. Currency pair Euro Swiss franc, 3 minutes down. Currency pair Euro Swiss franc, I opened a 3-minute position for a decline. Euro Swiss franc, 3 minutes for a decline. So I opened here, there was an upward movement. I hope you opened here too, because there's a delay on the stream, 3, 5, for some even 7 seconds. If you opened higher than me, that's very good. $250 for a decline. Why down here? Initially, we have a downward movement, a descending trend channel. We entered with you following the trend downwards. Here's the little channel, let's go. According to the board, we can see that here we have a signal for a small correction, and then the chart continues to go down. The first signal is down, and the second signal, 61%, is also for a decline. Well, here is this icon, indicating that news will soon affect this currency pair, so it will be volatile. Yes, you managed to enter just right, everything is good. Let's monitor it. There are 56 seconds left. We opened a forecast for a decline. We're watching, expecting a downward movement. When you see such sharp wicks on the currency pair, when they start to appear, this wick only started after we opened the trade with you. Be careful, it's better to switch to another currency pair if you haven't opened a trade yet, and if you have already opened a trade, just monitor this currency pair. So what is the action algorithm? First, on the bot, we request the currency pair, look at the forecast, see that the chart is expected to go down, and that there's a 61% probability the chart will go down. And after that, we navigate over to the broker and carefully verify on the platform that the dollar is in a consistent downward trajectory. So we fully expect the trend to persist in this same direction here. You can take into account the trend lines for downward movement, and you can also consider horizontal support and resistance levels and open a trade from those points. There are 58 seconds left, so let's monitor this forecast. If you have any questions, please write to me. I am happy to help and answer your questions. Always glad to stay in touch. There are 47 seconds left. The market will be difficult in the evening, and that's normal because there was a lot of news during the day. But you don't have to trade at all. I'm trading, sharing my experience, and showing how you can still come out ahead even in a difficult market. But be careful. My advice is if you see a difficult market, especially if you're a beginner, it's better to switch to a demo account if you can, or just wait it out and take a break. The market won't close tomorrow, it will always be open. Either just observe or switch to a demo account and gain experience, but as you can see, it can get confusing. 8 seconds left, I'm expecting a downward movement. I close in profit and now I'll wait for your result to see how it closes for you. The main thing is that you also end up with a profit. We take $217 here, $217, but I subtract the $100 that didn't go through, so we get $117 profit here. The downward movement has started. It should have happened a long time ago, but only now did the chart finally decide to go down. Downward. Did you get a profit too? Zakar profit, Ballad profit, Alexandra profit. It came through right at the end. Excellent. Oleg profit, Dimitri profit. Awesome, guys. I'm really glad we got a nice profit here. We take it together. Profit, excellent. A narrow profit. Let's hope next time we get a big profit. All right, we've got a profit. All right, that's our first profit. Let's keep trading. I'll post a screenshot in our Telegram channel. I forgot about it since the stream started. Dear team, we've secured our first profit. Thank you for the results. The stream has started, so join in. Come on over. I'll be trading for another 30 minutes. You still have time. I'm waiting for all of you. As usual, we're trading together. Using this, we opened the trade downwards. Good, it's going down. Using our bot, which gives us the signals. The chart is moving downward, and here it's 61% down. Let's switch over and see if it's worth opening a downward trade or not. When we take these kinds of profits, join in. I'm waiting for everyone. All right, that's it. I've sent it to everyone. We've secured $117. Thank you so much to everyone who liked the stream. Dimitri, thank you very much. Breakouts to the downside are happening. There are 51 people. Please like the stream. Thank you very much. So join our, let's say, our Telegram channel. Useful links. All right, then let's go. Let's keep going. I'm looking for a new currency pair. I'm changing the trade amount. $100 again. I'm also looking for the calmest currency pair possible. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Currency pair. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Time frame M1. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Time frame M1. Currency pair. We wait. Thanks to Bogom and Telev for the channel. Secrets and tips are in the stream description. Stas, hello. Currency pair, Australian dollar, Swiss franc. There's a conflicting signal here. The future movement of the chart, as you can see, is going up, but in percentage terms, the signal is down. We don't analyze such a currency pair, and it's good that we didn't enter here. By the way, we've already looked at it before. It was the same there. There was also a conflicting signal. Right now, I'm searching for a new currency pair. Almost every pair is experiencing strong movements at the moment. First down, then up. Euro to British pound. Start. Currency pair, euro to British pound. Time frame M1. Please open it on your end. Strong movements everywhere. Every currency pair is showing strong movements. Up, down. Guys, someone new has joined. Hello, everyone. I'm B. We make money by copying forecasts from our bot in the Telegram channel. It's approaching the cash FCA GPY bullet level. Thank you. Zakar, thank you for the currency pair. Let's take a look at the Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. Click on start. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, M1 time frame. It's approaching the level. Let's take a look now. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar and bronze yen. The percentage products are good, they're approaching the level, but there's such a strong movement there. Currency pair, Canadian dollar and bronze yen. Please open it on your end. We'll monitor it. You see it shows an upward movement, but then only goes down. Well, I mean, another indicator shows 70% downward. So the forecast here is a bit contradictory. Let me skip this one. Moreover, the strong movement makes me a bit wary. This strong downward movement right here. There could be a pullback, or on the contrary, it might break through even further. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Well, this is also a good moment, but I requested it. I'm clicking start. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, currency pair, time frame. M1, currency pair, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Katya Chief, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Still patiently waiting for the final answer. The Canadian citizen dollar, Swiss franc. We get the answer. The future movement of the chart is slightly upward and then further down. And in percentage terms, the signal is also for a downward move. But we can wait for a correction and then enter downward. Why down? Because there is a zone that the chart has tested once, twice, third touch. Because of the strong movement, there might be a breakout and a pullback upward. Other than this, I didn't see anything, and the breakout is already happening. If we take a look together, it was a good pair, a good one. So, are we making it in time to enter? All right, I entered. Damn, I entered late. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Guys, if you didn't enter with me, the chart has moved away from the point where I entered. Although actually it just went up now. You can still make it in time. I opened a position downwards for a decrease. Let's do an explanation. But according to the bot, we have Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. There's a slight rise, a small correction. And then the movement continues downward for a decrease. This is the first signal from the bot for a decrease. 62% also indicates a downward move. Two signals from the bot indicate that we will have a downward movement. Right now, this correction is happening. And why did we decide to enter for a decrease here? Because if we draw a level based on this minimum, on these poses, then we have one touch, two touches, three touches, and the fourth touch, I'm expecting a breakout. So not only did we see a downward movement from the bot, indicating the chart would decline, and also saw a breakout. But I was a bit unlucky. I opened at points that weren't suitable for this. The chart went back down. I thought I would catch this movement, but now a correction is happening. And the correction that's happening now is exactly the one the bot predicted. If you look at the bot, there's this upward correction, and then the chart goes down further. Well, that happens sometimes. We're monitoring it. There's a minute and 30 seconds left. It's a volatile market because New York is heating things up. Agreed, Manuka. Let's take a look at the British pound to dollar pair. Thank you very much, Stanislav, for suggesting this specific currency pair for our analysis today. Let's monitor this one closely right now, and then we will certainly consider the other one you mentioned earlier if it is still relevant to our strategy. All right, looking at the British pound to dollar, I will go ahead and add it to our watch list right away. Here it is, the British pound to dollar. I'll set up the chart exactly like this so we can see everything clearly. We are currently expecting a significant downward movement. The indicators show 53% probability in about 53 seconds. You see, I am already feeling quite tired from the session, so please remember to trade only when you feel completely comfortable and focused. We have about 40 seconds left on the clock, and we are still expecting that downward move to materialize. With such a strong movement occurring in this specific situation, we can observe that we have a solid support level right here that has already given us more than three distinct pullbacks. Here's the strong movement we've been watching. Normally, a long time ago, the price would have already gone down much further, but as you can clearly see, it hasn't quite made that break yet. Just in case, I'll prepare a safety net right away. According to my system, I use 2.5, so instead of $100, I use $250. If I lock in a loss, we'll switch to another currency pair. I'll immediately check the British pound to dollar, GBP USD on the M1 time frame. I'll record the loss for the date. I'm switching to another currency pair to set up a safety net. Currency pair, British pound to dollar. I'm waiting for a response from the currency pair, British pound to dollar. Response from the bot, British pound to dollar. Look here, the future movement of the chart is downward, but in percentage terms, our signal is upward. This currency pair doesn't suit us. Thanks for the currency pair, but we won't analyze it right now. Let's look for something else. Canadian dollar to Japanese yen. Let's look at the time frame. M1, Canadian dollar to Japanese yen. Here we have the beginning, the end, the middle, and the imbalance. The strong downward movement, the correction could easily go up to the middle. So in theory, if we get a signal to go up now, I'll enter. But no, the signal is down for a decrease. But as for this downward signal, I would open a trade from the level I'm about to highlight. Here is that level. We can even double check and see that there was a pause at this level. Here it is, the horizontal level, in the middle of this strong downward movement. So a downward move, a correction, and I expect further downward movement. We'll wait for the price to touch the green level and then enter a downward trade. Currency pair, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. CAD JPY, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Can someone tell me, is the stream freezing for everyone or not? How is your connection? I can switch the VPN. Everything is freezing. That's very bad. Just a minute. Let's take a closer look at this to see what is happening. So far, everything is fine. Everything is fine for me too. I tried to restart. I chose a different location. Let's check. We're waiting for the price to touch the blue level. There will be a touch. We'll enter a downward trade from the level. There won't be a touch. We'll skip this currency pair. Let's wait a bit here. Currency pair, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, KJPY, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. We are waiting for the blue level to be touched. If the blue level is touched, we open a downward forecast. I'm waiting, I'm ready. The level showed the criteria by which it was set. I'm watching it on my phone now, but the quality on my phone isn't very good. And now I also need VPN on my phone. Listen, how did people live before? Good. There was no VPN, everything worked, everything was accessible. How people had everything. We're waiting for a small upward movement and then we'll open a downward forecast from the blue level on the pullback. Is it possible that it won't reach this blue level? Unlikely, but it could, of course, anything is possible. Well, it's better to wait. It won't reach. So, nothing to worry about, it's just not our forecast. Yeah. I'm opening a downward position, guys. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, CAD JPY. 3 minutes down. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, 3 minutes for a decline. You'll actually enter perfectly right from the middle of the level. I entered from the beginning, my chart jerked straight down. Hello. Sometimes it freezes. Oleg, is it freezing now? How's your connection right now? This is a bad show. It needs more craziness. But this isn't a show, guys. I'm sharing my experience here. I don't want to share craziness. I'm sharing my experience, advice, tips, and secrets. I don't want to be a clown. I want to share my knowledge and profit like this. Guys, hello everyone. I see new guys coming in. Hi all. We are here. We make money by predicting chart movements, or more precisely, by copying signals from a bot. Our Telegram bot, choose a currency asset, a pair, and see what we have. The future chart movements are downward. The first indicator is 55%. The second indicator is also downward, and then we switch to the broker. I check whether it's possible to enter or not. I also do an additional verification analysis on the broker. That's how I work. There are some very tough days. A lot of news comes out. At those times, I also show my trading session, how we work, how I open trades, and how I use my system. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc currency pair. No, it's the Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. I request this currency pair again. We entered there for a downward move. Apparently it's freezing on mobile devices. Maybe. Look, the chart is really breaking out sharply upwards, up to the next level. I have 1 minute and 12 seconds left. Let's see what happens now. If we don't manage to drop down, we'll switch to another currency pair. And when we decide to enter into a new currency pair, here things changed a little bit. We're closely monitoring the situation at this moment. Here, it shot up a lot. Yes, that's a loss here. It was better with the previous trade. The quality is bad here right now. I'm changing the currency pair. We won't enter on this one. Let's see what else we have. Ideally, we need to find a currency pair that's about to break through a level. In this kind of market, US dollar, Swiss franc, we open it, click start, US dollar, Swiss franc, time frame M1. This is what the currency pair looks like. Choose insurance according to your trading system. US dollar, Swiss franc. I locked in a loss on the previous currency pair. We also have a loss for Alexandra. US dollar, Swiss franc. I'm opening the currency pair. What do we have here? There's a signal to go down, $625. Signal down. US dollar, Swiss franc, USD CHF open for 3 minutes down. USD CHF open for 3 minutes down, $625. Why did I go for a downward move now based on the higher time frame? I'll show you. There's a very strong downward movement, very strong. If we open the M15 time frame, we can see that in the previous history, over a long period, there was one test, then a second test. And now the third and fourth touches of this breakout are happening. So we can see that there was a level. I'll switch back to the M1 time frame now. Here, there are two touches. And in the previous history on the M15 time frame, we saw these two touches. When the chart touches a level more than 3 times, there was one, two, three, and the fourth touch. I'm waiting for a breakout now. So we expect a breakout. But initially, the bot gave us a forecast for a decline, and I already checked whether there would be a breakout there. The future movement of the chart downward is 58% in percentage terms. Red means down for a decline, a signal to go down. Let's monitor this trade. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Let's see how it closes. The quality has gotten worse and the delay has increased. Probably we'll stop doing evening streams and trade in the morning instead. That will be better. And the market is fluctuating a lot, and the VPN is letting us down. It often happens in the evenings. Let's keep monitoring. The money has been opened. I have 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Let's watch. And maybe everyone is busy in the evening. Someone wrote that they wanted an evening stream. Maybe they came for the evening stream, maybe not. 54 seconds left. If the market is usually calm and if we have the rule of 3 touches, then usually a breakout happens immediately.